All right, one more thing, and we'll get into the wrestling news. But this is somewhat news about wrestling. We've been wondering back and forth. Well, the NXT crowd for the TVs, we've heard their friends and family. Is it open to the public? Are they charging for these tickets? We asked many, many questions here a while back on the program. What's going on with that? Well, here is another email from John, and I don't know where he's from, but he says, I went to see an NXT show last December while on vacation in Florida. So here's how getting the tickets worked. I had to join a Facebook group, which then gave me access to human remains. No, wait, I had to join a Facebook group. No, that's the human remains are going to be after their NXT careers are over. Had to join a Facebook group, which then gave me access to an email list, which emails you weekly, asking if you want tickets to the following week's NXT. If you reserve tickets with them, the day of the show, you have to show up at Full Sail University, where they check your ID, and then they get you into a bus that brings you to the Performance Center, where they line you up and you get let in the building. The seats are free for, apparently this is a stuck computer key here because it just says.
The seats are free?
I think his keyboard got a milkshake on it or whatever, but the seats are free and they only have seats on 2 of the 4 sides. It probably holds about 300 people. So the NXT national broadcasts hold less people than the Davis Arena did when we were doing OVW for Louisville.
Well, he is just guessing. We don't know what the actual number is.
Oh, well, when you're estimating 300, it's going to be 300, 350, 250. It's not going to be 300 or 12,000. I think
That's true.
But so basically, you join a Facebook group and get on an email list, which then you'll get an email every week. Do you want some tickets? And you reserve them, but then you got to show up at the college where then you have to show your papers. And then they put you on a bus. This is already sounding a little sketchy. You get an email that says, tell you to come here and show your ID. And then they put you on a bus. And then they put you in the building, and apparently you're not allowed to leave because they control your means of transportation.
Yeah, really? How do you get out of there?
So you're there for the duration, apparently.
Wow, so you're like a WWE prisoner until the end of NXT.
It's the weekly program that doubles as a hostage situation.
That audience seems so odd. I can't figure out what it is. Oh, that's what it is. They all are hoping they'll get driven back home.
They're each looking at the other. Would cheer louder. I've got children. And no wonder all the signs are coded messages to their wives and kids back home. They're feeding me, but I still can't leave.
Why is there no cell signal?
That's right. That's why when they started the Thunderdome, that was the dome part. Once they get you in it, you can't get service to the outside world.
I was starting to calm down, and then some crazy cross-eyed man in a cowboy hat came up to me and said, everything will be okay.
But apparently that's down there. That's what's going on at the NXT TV tapings. So it's a motivated audience, to say the least, because they haven't paid for anything, so they're not really getting jacked out of their money's worth on anything. They've got some effort into it, but they're motivated because they're the ones that instigated the effort. So it's not like, when you have to go out in an arena for people who paid for tickets and actually not fucking suck because they're going to be a little more critical. So that's an easier way to break in.
Do they make you sign a waiver before you get on a shuttle bus? To the unknown performance center location?
To basically waive if there are still state statutes, even in a place like Florida, against kidnapping and or unlawful detention, you're waiving your... Can we get Steve P. New on that? Can you legally waive your right to be unlawfully detained? Or by the very definition of unlawful, you're not allowed to to bless people to do illegal acts, right? You're not allowed to say, well, you can still break into my store and steal everything, right?
That's the next t-shirt. Willfully detained by WWE.
I was willfully detained at NXT.